What's going on, everybody? It's Falchion with you once again. And once again, we are here with the boy. Frank, say what's up to the people.
What's up, peeps?
Geek, what you got to say to the people?
Welcome. Hope you feel welcome. Hope you have a home.
Yep, streaming now, buddy. Bye.
What's going on, Julian?
Bye, Julian. Love you.
What's going on, Evil? Welcome to the show. Glad you could make it
Evil.
tonight.
Yo.
So it's been a week, right? Sony had their conference. I don't know if you guys watched it. I definitely want to get into that. What else? Before we get started, I wanted to extend our condolences here to the family of Michael K. Williams, who passed away earlier this week. Most people would know him from the show The Wire, I guess. I never saw that show. I don't know if you guys have.
I definitely did.
Yep, The Wire. We knew him from The Wire. We knew him from Hap and Leonard. We knew him from most recently the new Battlefield series. It's a big bucket of win, and it's sad to see him go. He was a great artist, which I also found out later. He had a really good interview with Anthony Bourdain.
Really?
He did an episode of No Reservations with Anthony Bourdain where he took Anthony through the hood, and it was funny because I watched an interview about it later on, and he said that Anthony Bourdain got more street cred than he did. Like, all the people would walk up to him and want his autograph versus him. So Anthony Bourdain was tight up in Brooklyn.
That's cool. Hello, Andrea. What's going on,
Good evening,
J-Law?
Andrea.
Keisha.
Uh-oh.
Hey,
Hello,
Keisha.
everybody.
Keisha said that they shut down Destiny to watch. Geek wouldn't even do. You know, Keisha, Geek would not even stop playing the Division 2 to get a new Xbox. And you shut down your trials on Destiny to be in chat. I really appreciate you, Keisha. That is
Definitely
an
appreciate you.
amazing thing. Thank you so much.
Keisha, I saw that picture you posted of your daughter. She is beautiful. Wow, I'm getting old.
J-Law doesn't like the Cowboys. That's the shirt I'm wearing. Keisha says, Geek, she and Shadow were getting wrecked in trials. Where were you?
Oh, running from that. I'm not ready for trials. I'm back playing Destiny, but I'm not ready for that.
I admit I hopped into it and played the intro missions. The game has aged well. It looks still looks great. Still handles well. After I was done playing it, I was still questioning whether or not I was going to fork out that kind of money for the DLC. But it still handled pretty well. It still played really well. I enjoyed what I played. The cinematics on it were really nice. So, anybody out there looking for that type of game?
People says he got stomped in trials as well. And
nice
week. That's nice. That's
Keisha.
nice that he gets. Oh, I was gonna say. Keisha says,
Evil. I don't even want to walk into that.
She got a new job, paying more at a hospital. Congratulations, Keisha. That's awesome.
And you get to see.
Congratulations, Keisha's daughter.
Yeah, that's what I meant. That's awesome. That's super cool.
Very cool stuff.
Well, let's keep it rolling today. And J-Laws today in gaming history. Only 8 years ago on PC, Arma 3, arguably one of the best military sims in gaming history, launched. So that's a game that I really enjoy playing, but hard to find people that I know that play the game. There's a huge community, but I don't really get into communities very easily. I guess my personality doesn't gel really well with that. Not that it's an evil person. Wow, that just went really bad. I don't talk to people, is what it is. I'm not a very talkative person, so except for here on the show.
Says the guy who is the host of his own web
Yeah,
show.
like-
You know,
Right.
Like I said, that whole thing just got really weird really fast. So I don't. Evil says, yeah, much prefer the PvE. And with crossplay, it's awesome. So crossplay is up and running. I
Yes.
was
Yes.
wondering about that.
Now, is it crossplay with all systems, like PlayStation and Xbox?
Yes.
Okay.
I played on the PlayStation and played with Lady A and Cali Boy Isaiah, and Cali Boy was on the Xbox,
Oh, nice.
on the Xbox S.
Okay. Very cool.
Nice.
No, X. He has a Series X.
Very cool.
Keisha says her daughter got accepted to Bowie University.
Congratulations.
Oh, congratulations.
That is awesome. Putting
like
in
that.
the work.
We like that. Andrea.
J Law laughing at Plank. That's the truth. And they just keep hating on the Cowboys. That's cool though. You know, it was a shirt that I just grabbed on my way today.
I've been doing it for years for you, buddy. Don't worry about it, Jay.
And Andrea says he does all his talking for the week here. Probably. That's probably true. People
It's
says,
hard to get 'em
crossplay is
talking.
flawless, really. Wow. Crossplay is flawless.
Well, that's glad. It's good to hear. Very good to hear.
Okay, well, the gaming experience is flawless, but on the communication level, couldn't talk across the platforms. So
Really?
there's still room to work on that. I was able to speak to Lady A perfectly, couldn't talk to Cali Boy, who was on the Xbox.
So you and Lodi A were on the PlayStation?
Yes, correct.
Okay.
I've seen that before, and it's funny that I'm going to bring this up, but in Minecraft, my son plays Minecraft. Yeah, he was playing it on PC, and my nieces were playing it on Xbox, and there's no in-game voice chat. So them talking to each other was kind of a hassle. I ultimately ended up using the Xbox app on the PC to let him talk to my niece through there. But Destiny also has in-game voice chat, right?
On the same platform, yes.
I know that when I logged in, and when I logged in, it was really, there was maybe the Steam communication was down or something like that, because they were talking about like Steam servers went down, and maybe it was for voice chat, because I was still playing it on PC. But they recommended I reset to get the thing running back up perfectly and whatnot. So, but it's interesting that the voice chats aren't coming across.
And Evil says that the voice chat is coming later in the season between platforms. So, and I'm sure Evil has a really good size Discord community. So I'm sure that they were probably chatting on Discord.
It's just interesting in itself that none of these devices support Discord, which could have easily remedied this problem, but
well, Xbox tried to know that, but
well, we did use Discord to communicate.
So how does that work? When you're playing the game, you got your headset on, and you're trying to listen to the game plus you listen to Discord, and how's that work out?
Yeah, that must be a pain.
I run my Turtle Beach TAC into the PC and then I do the audio, the game audio into the PC also, and then I can chat and
So you have
listen
like
to the game. And
like a digital mixer kind of situation.
correct.
Yeah. Well, hopefully they get that all squared away. Like I said, the game aged really well. It looks good. It still really looks good. Game had fun. It
It's
ran really
it's
nice.
good when you have people to play with. It's still really fun for me. Uh, Lady A and I and Cali Boy, we were all playing together, and I was able to level up pretty quickly, advancing the story, and so I enjoyed the story, by being able to listen to whatever those little cutscenes were, and I'm getting back into it. I'm a fish out of water. I had to figure out how to decrypt my umbral engrams.
Yeah.
That's new, and I don't know how you would figure that out if you're a returning player and you don't know. But I'm getting through it, and want to thanks to Lady A for helping me through that.
Very cool. Very cool. Well, for our next story, kind of a quick public service announcement, I guess. The new version of the PS5 actually does run better than the old version. While the exhaust is hotter, the memory gets hotter. Actually, everything gets hotter except for the chip, which actually runs like 11 degrees cooler. So that's really good. And like I said, it can't be better. It can't be worse. And so, or people are going to be upset. And it's not worse, which is very good for everybody. And it's not so much better that because again, there's more hot air coming out, but internally it's cooler, so it all kind of balances out in the end. So that's good. So Austin Evans was wrong, but again, he didn't lie, he didn't mislead anybody. He showed what he showed, but even he himself admitted that he wasn't, going as in depth with it as he maybe would have liked to or as his equipment would have allowed. So there were some other people who, I apologize, I can't remember the name of them. It's somebody I never heard of who were able to go really in depth with it and grab the temperatures on every little part in there and let you and show how it was being affected. And so the system on a chip is better in there, while everything else is hotter. But what you're really worried about is that chip. So that's pretty awesome, and congratulations to PlayStation on being able to pull that off. Um, Good job. Very very happy for you guys over there at Sony. Because like I said, it couldn't be better and it couldn't be worse, and it seems like in the end it's all kind of balancing out. J Law says, I know you guys are going to talk about the PlayStation Showcase. I mean, since you guys can't keep PlayStation out of your mouths, you're right. That is actually something we are going to be talking about because this is a show that talks about gaming stuff. Surprise! So welcome, welcome,
Yeah.
welcome. Geek says welcome. Hope you find a home because obviously this must be your first time here. If you didn't know that. Oh goodness, J Law. So, but yeah, again, the PS5 version does run cooler. That chip in there runs cooler, but while everything else does run hotter. And so in the end, it all balances out. So that's really cool. Man, this is a PlayStation show. Hey, if Sony is going to be the one that's doing stuff that gets them in the news, that's the way it happens. That's the way it works, right? Can't
Yeah.
can't.
I do this every week, J-Law. Every week I say, I don't want to dog on PlayStation this week. I got to find something else to talk about, you know?
But they make it so easy.
Player hater. Yep. Player haters club.
Plink, you had some news on Star Citizen.
Oh, everybody's favorite vaporware. And I know I probably like Star Citizen. Let me tell you guys, it is a thorn in my side for years. And, I probably shouldn't call it vaporware because I might legally bind us to something. So my opinion is my opinion only, not the show. None of these gentlemen are responsible for the actions of Plank.
The ideas expressed by Plank are not explicitly supported by the cast and members of GSA podcast.
But for those people out there who don't know what Star Citizens is, or Robert Industries, the company that created Star Citizen. Star Citizen is a space game that was initially started development back when No Man's Sky and Elite Dangerous were out being produced. Yeah, that's how long it's been.
It's been about 12 years.
Yeah, it's still in alpha.
Yeah.
They're still in fundraising mode.
Like early alpha.
Yeah, it's still in early alpha. They're still in fundraising mode. And how
for this game, they have raised millions of dollars to produce this game, and they're not even close to being done.
Yes, and one of the big features, how they support creating more new funds for this game, is that you buy, instead of buying the game, you buy the ship. So you buy a digital ship and you can play the game from here on out. Yeah. And it's varied versus what type of ships you can buy and different price ranges for these ships. But Robert Industries did something freaking shady this week, and the EU noticed it and they hopped on it and slapped them on the wrist over it.
Let me interrupt you real quick, Plink, just so that everybody gets an idea. So the more expensive ships in this game are or can be over $1,000.
Yes.
For a digital ship.
In cash money?
In
real world money.
Yes.
Not a ship that you're getting a model of to put in your house somewhere. A digital ship that you can play with in the game.
Yes.
Can be over $1,000. So, and then making that worse is what Plank is about to tell you.
So they decided they are going to, in order to generate more cash flow, they're going to generate another ship. They've created another ship to sell with a high price tag that try to entice more people into the game and with this new shiny toy. But there's an asterisk at the bottom of this, all right, about this ship. This ship is not guaranteed to be in the game after development. So you can buy this ship, and when the game is complete, it may or may not be in the game. All right, which they hid in the fine print. The EU happened to notice it and sent out a cease and desist to Robert Industries to cut that stuff out, slapped him on the wrist. Just to tell you what they're doing, Star Citizen, as of late, has raised more than $350 million for a game that's been 12 years in development, with nowhere in sight of completing it. As far as I'm concerned, I bought a ship. I bought a $50 ship a while ago back, and as far as I'm concerned, I've washed my hands of the company and I've washed my hands of the game itself. There's no way I'm supporting this game anymore financially after 12 years. But this right here is enough to really sell it. The fact that they're selling a ship with a high price tag and not guaranteeing that ship will even be in the game. Imagine that. You bought a ship for the game, because that's how you play the game. You buy a ship in order to play in that world.
You need a ship to get around the universe or the galaxy or the
You're not buying a copy of the game. You're buying a ship, and that ship can fly in the game. So you buy a ship, the game comes out, and then it doesn't exist. So you got to buy another ship. Yeah, as far as I'm concerned, out. Everybody's favorite vaporware, out.
It's crazy.
It is not.
I spent like $60 on a ship a while back, and it was before I had a good enough computer to even run the game, and I didn't know that at the time, and I never even used it, so I really should probably try that.
I mean, really think about this. And again, 12 years in development. Geek, in the past 12 years, how much has technology changed? Hardware, just hardware.
My statement to everyone is computer years are worse than dog years. And so technology changes have been huge. As I'm back in school because of the changes in networking, and they are humongous. The difference between frame relay and MPLS, you don't need to know what that is, but it's just differences in the way that we do the business and what the hardware allows us to do.
12 years in development and you're still in alpha. Like
that's insane.
And still in, and what are you doing with the money? What did you do with $350 million that there's only 20 minutes of gameplay? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, Robert Industries is a grift, in my opinion. It's a pyramid scheme.
And I mean, in all honesty, it looks like the game is going to be really fun if they ever release it. But man, like you said, 12 years, all the money that they have, and the just pure expense of it all. Like, you can pay more than $1,000 for a ship that you play in a video game,
and it may or may not be in the game when it's done. Not only that, but it ruins a great IP, which is it's based off of the Wing Commander series. For anybody that really played way back in the day, on PCs, Wing Commander was the next to Elite Dangerous were the two biggest names in the PC space games. You know, it's crazy. It's crazy how this business is functioning. It's crazy what they're doing. And anybody that's still crowdsourcing them, you're just throwing your money away. You might as well just light it on fire.
So, like, imagine for how long this has been going on, and oddly enough, this game is more popular with the older crowd of gamers. There are so many people who started crowdfunding this game, who put a lot of money into this game, who have been reported to have died, and this game never came out.
Never came out
for them. Like,
again,
that's insane.
This game started development when No Man's Sky and Elite Dangerous released. Okay, or back when they were in development, not when they were released. When they were in development, Elite Dangerous has seen what? 3 DLCs, 2 to 3 DLCs. No Man's Sky has seen 2 to 3 DLCs. So they've both respectively created 3 other games within the time frame that they're still in alpha. Like, insane. Stop throwing money at them, people.
Seriously. So, yeah, that's incredibly crazy. Next up is if you're looking to get a PS5 or an Xbox Series, you may be having to wait until 2023, as that's how long the shortages are expected to last until now, according to Toshiba, who put out a statement over this past week. And that's super unfortunate. I know that it has also been announced that the PlayStation 5 Pro is looking to be released in 2023, and there's also been rumors about the next Xbox, whatever that's going to be, the Series S and X2 or whatever, I don't know, but
It is the S2.
but that's rumors, and actually that rumor doesn't really make sense because Xbox doesn't need to put. Oh man, this is gonna sound like I'm white knighting for Xbox, but I'm really not. So the way things are right now, we all know that on paper, and however you want to look at it beyond that is up to you, J Law. But on paper, at least, for sure, the Xbox is the more powerful console, and so they don't need to update yet. And if you don't even have the ability to put out your current consoles, then why are you looking towards a new console? And how does that even work? And it must work in some way. Listen, J Law, your wife wants you, zip. Don't tell me that your wife wants a new. I told you in the beginning, you need to go ahead and get a digital version for your wife because she's going to want one. I told you this and you didn't want to listen. You're like, nah, she can wait. See, now one of her favorite games came out on the system and now she wants a system. Now you got to give her yours. And you got to go back to the PS4. Congratulations for not listening to Falchion. Way to go. There you go. What's going on, Shadow? Welcome to the stream. But so I'm curious to see how that's going to work. If they're struggling to get out these current versions, how does it work getting out new versions unless they just totally change things, which I guess would be a thing in the mid generation shift or what have you. But yeah, everything's cool, Shadow, for sure. Appreciate you being in, stopping in, and hanging out. Let me see. What do we have? I'm trying to get to the PlayStation showcase as quickly as possible, and we only actually have one more. I think this was yours as well, Plank. But I know Geek has a lot of skin in this game as well. Twitch stars are picking up and moving to YouTube a lot. A fair amount of them actually. So, what are you guys' thoughts on that?
What was it we were discussing was Tim the Tap Man and
Dr. Lupo.
Dr. Lupo were the two big names that were jumping ship. And obviously it's a numbers game. I mean, myself, Falchion, Geek, we talked pretty in depth about it off air. And I mean, obviously it's going to be a numbers game. It's a comfortability. You're throwing, they felt like they were getting a better cut. From my understanding of Twitch takes a significant cut of your
it's like 30%.
Yeah, that they take a significant cut of your numbers. So maybe they felt like YouTube was a better choice and they had a better fighting chance over there. I know Twitch is also having problems with the hate raids going on, and that was a big issue.
Actually, you said that the last time you streamed, it happened to you, although you weren't watching their stream, so you didn't notice.
It happened to me. I got tagged on a stream. I wasn't paying attention to it, which Geek has reprimanded me about. And I wasn't paying attention.
Geek's dad.
I got hate rated, and but I did get a message from Twitch, and they handled it. They took the guy out, or took care of the situation. So
you killed him?
Nah, man.
No.
I mean, they're Twitch. They got the money, right? So, is it beyond them? But I mean, who knows? Maybe they felt more comfortable, in that atmosphere. YouTube definitely clearly has better control over their comment sections than Twitch does, and maybe they find it a friendlier community. I mean, ultimately, though, it's probably a numbers game. But
I mean, we talked about it a little bit that the bigger the streamer you are, the more insulated from these things you are, because Twitch will allow you to make it so that you have to be a member of the community in some way or fashion, for a certain amount of time to be able to even chat or to post a chat or anything in chat. So it is. I'm surprised, and I'm interested, Geek, in your take on it, because I remember you and Tim the Tap Man starting about the same time, and you guys became friendly, if not friends. I don't know how you want to categorize your relationship, but I know you guys were talking through each other's chats and kind of supporting one another in the very beginning of both of your Twitch careers. So, what's your take on this whole thing?
It's okay. So, I was a long-term viewer of Jukebox 360. Tim the Tap Man started out as a moderator on Jukebox channel. So when Tim went to his own channel, I was an early watcher there. That's how I'm familiar with him, and I used to chat often, so he knew my name, and so when I came in and I would say things, I remember you and I going in, and I said, "Hey, Falchion." I brought Falchion over to watch, and he shouted you out, and so that's where that is. So he's just aware that I exist. I don't now, with his millions and millions of followers, I don't know where that goes. Him coming to YouTube, my specific feelings on it is that's normal progression. As you're a Twitch streamer, and as you start to create a community, you start to clip your stream interactions, or people start creating montages and they post them on YouTube. And then the more you begin to post on YouTube and you become more creative, Twitch is a specific gaming community. But then when you start doing IRL streams, and you start creating other types of content, YouTube becomes more of a place for that than just Twitch. Well, that was pre, hot tub era and that kind of crap that's going on now. But so there was no place for that other type of creativity, and YouTube has been that place. And so these people are going from just gaming content on YouTube to all types of other creations. And then you have to you get to the level of creation of a KC Neistat. And so these now become transferable skills to creative, and people become small type film creators on YouTube.
Ear licking.
Oh yeah.
Excuse me?
Evil posted something about them going from hot tubs to ear licking, and I'm kind of like, what? Sorry. Go ahead, Geet. I'm sorry.
But it's not that far of a stretch, because there's a ASMR streamer who started out licking her mics.
Yeah. We know that Alinity does it, and Who's the other one? We were
I don't
talking about her
remember
a
her name.
couple. We were talking about her a couple of weeks ago, and it's weird that I lost the name because the only thing I'm coming up with is Pokemon.
Amaranth?
Amaranth, yeah, that's her.
Okay.
She's doing the same thing. So, but she's always been again known for pushing the envelope with Twitch. Like they write rules just because of her.
Wow. Okay, sure.
I mean,
So-
before her, it was Casey Tron, you know. So
Wow.
Right. And there's what is her name?
but I agree with you, Geek. You
Pink
know that
Sparkles
that
also did. Go ahead. That transition to
that
creative.
transition to more creative. Because if you look at characters like, let's say, Jacksepticeye, who's the other guy that went over and he now has a Disney contract, and he's a big YouTuber. Not
There's a few of them,
Jacksepticeye.
aren't there?
Yeah, there are a few streamers that got big enough that they left just streaming games and became content creators. God, why am I blanking on this guy? And he has
Don't beat yourself. So while you're thinking of that name, there's a streamer that I watch who started out from Twitch, and his name is Big E. And he started out just, as everybody else, a gamer on Twitch. And now, he's doing travel streams on YouTube. His family, they went out, and they're ziplining and doing. Go ahead, you got it?
Yeah, Markiplier. Because he's a huge Markiplier was massive. Jacksepticeye and Markiplier were huge names in streaming. They actually got picked up by Disney. Disney actually features them on Disney shows. So, I mean, that's a big transition, moving from YouTube streaming just gaming and moving over to Disney and dealing with that big number. You can only imagine. You know what I'm saying? So I agree with you in terms of moving up. So you start at Twitch, you've been playing Among Us for years, and now you move over to YouTube and you're able to expand your portfolio a little bit more into what you're able to create. And then Disney comes along and swoops you in their loving bosom and tosses you $1 billion. I get it,
And so there's a video, and I didn't queue it up, talking about that move for Tim the Tatman and why.
Yeah.
And it was
Evil. If Borderless Gaming starts ear licking, I'm out. So it'll just be thanking Geek, just so that everybody knows. Matter of fact, right now, peace.
I don't want any of the vitriol that comes with the Falchion, Marlon or Rich Review Tech type hate.
I mean, I consider myself an international sex symbol, so.
Uh-oh.
Yep, I'm out later.
No, I mean, it's just no. I'm not, like I said, I agree with you, Geek. It seems like a natural progression for these guys. I'm sure the community, when I talked about the hate raiders and things like that, like I'm sure that the community is a lot more comfortable on YouTube as well. Because, I mean, again, YouTube has quite the algorithm and quite the filter system to help take care of any major problems. That
Evil, you're not a member of his OnlyFans?
You now remember us talking about you 2 weeks ago?
But yeah, I feel like YouTube is probably a friendlier environment in general. So, good luck to them. If you know the guy and whatnot, good luck to them and wish them well.
Oh yeah,
You
for
know,
sure.
he started out and he was streaming, and he worked with behavioral issue youth,
Yeah.
and he was making 50,000 a year. His first year that he went full time on Twitch, he jumped to 150,000.
Nice.
Wow.
And now with 7 million followers, Kimberly and I watched one of his streams, his actual first YouTube stream, and he made more than $10,000 in just donations.
Yeah.
That doesn't include the AdSense revenue. That doesn't include the revenue for ad source, which is whenever an ad plays, you get pennies per.
Yo. Hello, Lady A.
Hey, Lady A, welcome.
So no, Andrea wouldn't be a rage quit just to silently walking off the scene. Hey, Lady A, how are you doing? Glad you could make it. And yes, it is very expensive to watch Plank's
OnlyFans.
OnlyFans. But if you have the money, you should probably spend it elsewhere. To be honest,
spend it on trying to get one of those next gen consoles. You know?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So if you guys have nothing else, we can
get to the Sony showcase.
Get to the Sony showcase.
Just hold back, Sony fans. This is gonna hurt.
Well, before we get to the Sony thing, let's put this over, because I know once we get into Sony, we're not getting out of that.
I just want to say, Sony, you guys, you know, I give you A for effort. You know, you guys are doing the most.
Okay, that's ready, Falchion.
Welcome to modern infantry combat, where every shot is felt and each impact is feared. This is a gritty, boots-on-the-ground tactical shooter, focused on atmosphere, teamwork, white-knuckle tension, and high lethality. Grab your kit, soldier. Welcome to Insurgency Sandstorm. You'll be dropped into blasted cities, fortresses, and farmlands, battling against your enemies in lethal military skirmishes as you fight to complete various objectives. Each mission puts you and your team against other players in adversarial PvP, or in large-scale 8-player cooperative battles against AI. Remember, whether it's controlling a vital position on the map or destroying an enemy ammunition cache, teamwork is paramount. The low time to kill in Sandstorm means that every choice you make is decisive, and any bullet you take could be fatal. Choose from a number of different classes and specializations. Pick the Breacher to excel in close quarters and indoor combat. Choose the Gunner to suppress and lock down enemy advances with deployable light machine guns. The Commander role works with the Observer class to call in fire support to devastate the enemy. With helicopter gunships, jet airstrikes, explosive artillery, improvised drones, and gas attacks. After picking your class, you can create your own personal build from a wide variety of weapons and weapon upgrades. But each attachment and accessory comes with a cost. Think tactically and prepare appropriately. Tougher armor can mean the difference between life and death when you're diving away from an IED, but will be hard to sprint in across a city street. Use smoke grenades to cover your advance. Molotov cocktails for area denial, C4 for surprise ambushes, or just good old-fashioned frag grenades.
And he
Guns
just bounces
force
frag
mass.
grenades.
Weapons in Sandstorm have no crosshair, and they aren't fixed to point at the center of the screen. Instead, we use a system called free aim. Always mind your muzzle and control your recoil. Whenever you fire, that's where the bullet will go.
No reticle. Huh.
Insurgency focuses on high lethality and tactical gunplay. One stray round from a machine gun can put you down. Remember to take cover, peek corners, pie those doors, and use teamwork to win the fight. There's also a number of tactical options available to you. Breach doors with explosives or a kick. Peek through doors to slip grenades through. Vault and climb over obstacles to find unique sight lines, and always have the drop on your enemies. Every sound in Sandstorm tells a story. Every shot, explosion, voice call-out, and footstep has been faithfully created to realistically take into account distance, location, and occlusion. Shots fired in a cement room, a metal warehouse, or city street will sound different, and each gives a wealth of information about the shooter. After every operation, you'll receive a currency reward that you can spend to create your own personalized soldier for both security forces and insurgent factions. Forge your own identity on the battlefield by customizing your face, hair, and voice. Change every piece of your outfit with thousands of different glove, shirt, pants, headgear, and face mask combinations. Eyes up, gun up. There may be danger at every corner, but victory is within arm's reach.
That look cool.
No step.
I wonder how fast paced it's going to be, or if it's a kind of a permadeath situation where if you die during a match, is that it for you? Are you sitting in the lobby waiting? Which
Yes.
I know a lot of people don't like, but I really like that. Just slowing things down.
Okay, so this game has been on PC for years, and now it's coming to console. And funny how this was a Xbox presentation, but I now find that it's also going to PS5. So this is a it doesn't have cross play, but it's a cross platform game.
Actually, Andrea has this game. I don't have this game, but Andrea has this game.
Andrea out there, insurgency, shooting them up.
Just surprising, but
She said, "Shoot him up, shoot him up."
right. But yeah,
So
so this is not even far out.
So
September
right.
20th.
It's the end of this month.
That's cool.
Looks interesting.
And it's cooperative. So I wanted to get that in front of Falchion to see his thoughts.
The game looked really good.
The lack of HUD is a thing that he's into.
Very much into. Very much into. Andrea says she has her secret. Apparently, my wife's probably a better shooter than I am.
I can honestly say I've purposely avoided shooters so far with my console, only because I'm so used to mouse and keyboard that I don't want to feel bad hopping in there, wasting everybody's time because I don't know how to use it on controller.
Good evening, Wednesday Wise.
Wednesday Wise is in the house. Hey, welcome. Glad you can make it today.
But because it's on the Xbox Series consoles, you can use a mouse and keyboard.
Yeah, that's
I don't know if the developer put that in. I got to look into that.
Right. Or that
you'd be able to do it on a PS5 as well.
Or if you're able to just play it on PC in general through the Xbox app. So that may be a thing as well.
True.
Who knows?
Very true. All right, so Lady A is excited.
Kimberly's getting shout outs in the chat. Don't know how her
So-
big head's gonna get through the door.
Wow. She's really not
That is
letting
just
you on that
bad.
door. She's not letting you on
That is
that
just
door,
bad.
man. She's just gonna let you sink into the ocean while she sails away with that big blue sapphire.
Right. Seriously. So PS5 showcase was all about the games. They didn't announce any new hardware. They didn't announce anything about the new PSVR that's coming out next year. It was all about the games. Did you guys watch it? And I'm talking to everybody, chat, you guys.
I did watch some of. I watched the trailers of a lot of the games. I didn't watch the whole event, but I watched some of the trailers for the games that were coming out. What about you, Geek? Did you check any out?
I watched the whole show for the most part. I mean, it was what 41 minutes. So yeah, I watched it.
Okay.
Lady A, you
think?
watched it?
You know, Lady A is watching it.
Yeah, man, she was glued to the screen.
What do you guys think?
And because it's PlayStation, I don't even bother asking J-Law. Like, that's just a foregone conclusion. You know, he was probably sitting there in his PlayStation underwear.
No, he would have been
sipping
at
on
work
a-
at that time. So
Yeah.
I mean, he may have watched it. He may have watched.
Oh, the
it
replay
later.
though.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was probably got his, like you said, his PlayStation underoos, got on the PlayStation socks, you know, eating his PlayStation cereal.
Sitting back there, sitting on the couch, yelling at
With his PlayStation decoder ring. You know.
J-Law.
He had his Nathan Drake underoos on.
Yeah. So here's where I am at. Let me pull up the PlayStation Con real quick. I have some things to say about it.
You have to stop bumping me, sweetie. Go lay down, please.
I like that they brought some of the franchise names back, but my big issue, and I was talking about this with Falchion, and it's not to pick on PlayStation. It just happens to be they were in the con. I feel the same way across all platforms doing this. Is these remasters are getting on my nerves, and I'm sick of them. It's lazy, and it's lazy, and in the grand scheme of things, is not advancing gaming through any stretch of the imagination. Especially this title right here that's on the screen right now, Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic remake. It was garbage when it came out, and it's still freaking garbage, in my opinion. Like, I can't imagine them dressing up Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic and making it look any better. And who is this game for? Like, it doesn't. Then they released this small little video of Kylo Ren or whoever it is. I don't even know who that is. A CGI video, and anybody that's played Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic knows this game doesn't look anything like that. So, you know, trailers and the CGI and all that, I'm not fazed by it. You know, I want to see the actual game, what it looks like. And yeah, the controls of that game were hot garbage. The game itself was hot garbage. Back in the day, it was dated when it was released. It's still dated now. Falchion had never seen it. And I showed him a video of it back in its day of what it looked like. And he was like, what is this? So I don't get it. I don't know who that's for. Like, who is this game for? Who was sitting around going, yeah, we need Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic? Just like who was sitting around going, yeah, we need Grand Theft Auto 5 on another console? Like, who is this for? Like, I don't know. Nice to see God of War. Love Kratos, but I'm not too thrilled in recent Kratos. But still, I like Kratos. Spider-Man. Spider-Man's great. Wolverine. Again, a lot of this is all CGI trailers. I want to see the gameplay, you know? But that's just me. That's just me. I'm not gonna, I mean, like, there's a lot to be said coming up with these games. I'm gonna wait till I see what happens. What was the other remake? It was
Alan Wake.
no, not Alan Wake. The other
Then
Far Cry or not Far Cry?
no. So at this show, remakes were Star Wars, Alan Wake, and
because it's a big franchise.
Uncharted.
Uncharted, yes. Like, it's just these remakes, they're just lazy. And it's the same thing with Hollywood. Stop remaking stuff. Leave stuff alone. Sometimes it's good just being left alone. And if it was that good, just let us play it. You know, I was talking about Jet Set Radio Future a week ago and how much I loved that game. But even if I owned the disc today, I can't play it. Yeah, unless I own an Xbox original. I can't plug it into my system. I don't need you to remake it. Just let me play it. I don't know. That's just me. I'm not going to dog on PlayStation. Thank you, PlayStation, for releasing some stuff, you know, and showcasing and stuff like that. I'm kind of over the remakes.
So, personally, there were a lot of games that I was interested in. Star Wars was one of them until Pling decided to show it to me and just pour lemon juice into my milk. But so that one didn't look so good. What Pling showed me of the old game. So I don't know how that remake is going to go over. God of War Ragnarok, definitely looking forward to that. That looked it didn't look so updated, but maybe that's because it is going to be on the PS4 as well. So they didn't get to they're not going to be able to bring that pure PS5 upgrade to it just yet. Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. I've never been a big Borderlands fan, and this is a spinoff of that game. So I don't know what to think about that, to be honest with you. And I'm just going through the games right quick, and then hopefully we'll all be able to talk about them or what have you. Project Eve, yeah, for sure, Lady A. That looked very interesting. A game out of South Korea. So that looked really cool to me. Forspoken, for sure. I saw Lady A was looking forward to that as well. I was surprised that it's so far off. I was actually a little disappointed that it's coming. I mean, it's not even super far off, but just far enough that I'm just like, come on, I want it sooner. But, you know, I'm more than happy to wait, because when we don't wait, we get things like Cyberpunk. No, and Cyberpunk was great on the system that I played it on, but I know some systems it didn't work for too well. So, Rainbow Six Extraction, a lot of people hating on it. I cannot, because it's one of my favorite franchises out there. So I am very much looking forward to that. Alan Wake Remastered. Again, I kind of agree with Plank. I'm not even kind of. I do agree with Plank with all these remasters coming out. I really don't get it. I really don't get why you don't just upgrade them and pass them on instead of doing these remakes that we have to repay for. But this is actually a very big win. Getting Alan Wake for the PlayStation, as it used to be an Xbox exclusive. So, anybody that hasn't played that, I agree with Shadow that this is a good story, and that may be a fun play for a lot of people that haven't gotten to try it, and a lot of people who have been strictly Sony fans all these years. finally getting it on PlayStation, that may be something that you guys want to look out for. Though the graphics on there were kind of questionable to me. Becoming kind of a graphic snob as of late for some reason, or with everything that's all this new stuff. So yeah, GTA 5 and
Dude.
GTA Online.
I'm rolling my
Have
eyes
a
so
have a
hard
good
at
night, Evil. Thanks for stopping in.
man.
Thanks a lot, Evil. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you on Tuesday. Thanks for hanging out with us again, and we'll see you later, bro.
Yeah, GTA. I'm
Yeah.
rolling my eyes so hard.
So yeah, GTA. I don't know what they're going to do with this game. Are they updating it and giving it to us, or are they updating it and making us pay for it again?
No.
And why would I pay for it again when there's all the rumors about 6?
Well,
And
6
it's
is
just a matter of
still
when it's coming out.
6 is still, from what I understand, years out. So
They're just milking this cow.
I don't
Just
know.
milking this cow.
This game, Grand Theft Auto 5, this particular game will now have been on 3 generations of consoles. So that's a lot. I don't know. It's a fun game. I can't deny that. It seems like most of the upgrades are for GTA 5 and not so much for the online aspect of it. So I don't even know how that's going to go over. I know they're supposed to be coming out with some new areas or what have you in the city for the single player experience. I don't know what they're going to do. I haven't heard what they're going to do with the online game yet. But that's just crazy to me. But if it's free, I'll probably jump into or update it. But if not, I'll probably just pass that and, like Geek said, wait till 6. It's a thing now that it's gonna kind of be easy to wait. Ghostwire Tokyo, another win, I guess you can call it, for the PlayStation, as this is an Xbox first party game now. But PlayStation was able to get it before Xbox bought out ZeniMax, that deal included the studio that made Ghostwire Tokyo. The only problem is, and the big problem with PlayStation is, for a lot of things that are going to be coming in the future that are multi-platform, is while this is a timed exclusive for a year, after that year it's going to be free on Game Pass. So is this game looking, and the game does look good to me. It looked very interesting. I'm very interested in it, but it did not look so interesting to me that I can't wait another year to get it for basically for free or $15 or however you want to look at that whole situation. Again, it did look very fun. Hey Cheryl, welcome to the stream. Glad you could make it. Thank you for stopping through and hanging out with us. Yeah, Jay, I'm surprised that you're gonna pass on it. I know this is a game that your wife likes a lot, but just I bought it on the PS3. I bought it on the PS4, and this was a game that I had to buy it on everything. So when I'm saying PS3, I'm saying PS3, the PC, and the Xbox. I bought it on the PS4 and the Xbox One, and now they're looking for me to buy it. They may be. I'm not sure. I haven't heard personally. Looking for me to buy it again on the PS5 and possibly the series. I just don't think I'm willing to do that unless there is like this huge game changing additions or something to it. But yeah, so looking forward to Ghostwire Tokyo, but not so much that I can't wait the year that's going to be. Guardians of the Galaxy looks interesting. But I think this is multi-plat. And again, if it is multi-plat, the question then becomes, is playing it on the PlayStation worth the $10 extra that it would cost, or that it may cost, depending on who the developer is. But it looks interesting, and it would look even more interesting if it's a co-op game. That would be far more interesting to me personally. What was this? Actually comes out on the 14th, so Tuesday. If anybody is interested in that, I know J Law is a big Marvel fan, so you may be interested in that. On the 14th, Blood Hunt, the Vampire the Masquerade, has a special place for me because I used to play it back in the day. Plank will tell you, and that's why he's laughing. This is going to be a battle royale game. In a time that battle royale games have to be very special, and how you do that with a vampire game is unknown. Go ahead, Plank. I know you're chomping at the bits to speak on this.
I am, but we are also running fast on time, and I want to acknowledge Geek.
No, this is Geek's fault because Geek didn't show up to the meeting on Friday to let us know so that we could balance it, and then he threw something extra in. So
I feel like Shadowfire. I feel like Shadowfire just explained my thoughts on the matter. Again, who is this game for? This has been in development for who knows long, because nobody heard about it until it announced on PlayStation. So nobody's been waiting for this game. Nobody's been looking for this game. And they're like, hey, guess what we got? Vampire Masquerade. And it's a battle royale. Who is this game for? Nobody's. I mean,
I'm interested. I can't lie. I'm interested. It's an IP that really interests me.
It's an interesting IP, but if you were going to use the IP properly, this isn't the way to go. Vampire the Masquerade is for anybody that doesn't know, it is a pen and paper game. It is a RPG game. Why not make an RPG?
Yeah,
it's only a logical conclusion. All RPGs were pen and paper games before they became RPGs for the video game. Why in the hell did they use? Who talked them into letting them use this IP this way? I don't know. And that's all I gotta say about it.
There was meant to be an RPG game of Vampire the Masquerade, and it got pushed or they killed it. I'm not sure, but I haven't heard anything about it in probably a good 9 or 10 months. Like really towards the beginning of the year, honestly, the end of last year.
Anybody in this chat right now, anybody, before you saw this article, when was the first time you heard about Blood Hunt Vampire the Masquerade? And I'll let you keep going, and we can, and that'll answer that question. Nobody was looking for it. Nobody wanted it.
So Deathloop, again, another one of those. Sony sneaks it in when this game looks very interesting to me. Just the mechanics of the game, and the it's again a Microsoft-owned studio now, but due to contracts, Sony got the exclusive a year exclusivity for maybe this one is 6 months. 6 months to a year. I can't really remember. I apologize. Again, it looks very interesting. I'm very interested in it, but not so interested that I would pay $70 for it when I can get it off of Game Pass in 6 months to a year. So there you go. And nobody has ever heard of Vampire the Masquerade except for me, and even I didn't hear that it was going to be a battle royale game until I saw the showcase.
I didn't know it was a battle royale until it showed up on Steam, and that was like 5 days ago, 6 days ago. So it's already out on Steam.
Which I need to check out. I totally forgot. It's actually
doing their beta testing.
Beta tested
right now in Steam.
So you can get it for free, right?
No.
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 What's the cost? Do you know?
I think it's like $20, $30.
$20 to get into the beta test. So
yeah.
I again big fan of old school Vampire the Masquerade, so I am interested in that. Uncharted Legacy of Thieves is 2 games, I think it is. Again, a remaster or remake or whatever you want to call it, remastered. I've never been a big fan of the Uncharted series ever since J-Law talked the clan into getting Uncharted 4 because it had some thrown together multiplayer and it was horrible, and so I never liked Uncharted. But
way to go, J-Law.
It actually, as an older gamer, or having aged some, and my taste in gaming has refined, I could see this being a fun single player experience. So I may check that out.
Way to go, J-Law.
So
J-Law.
You see how just
one. The next game is another one that I don't understand either.
No, so absolutely. Like, so what? And I'm sorry that it looks like this because I looked at the video before, and I know it's muted. I know, because it's got music that is definitely from
copyrighted.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on. I have no idea what's going on with this game.
So it's I don't even know if it's a game. Okay. It's a virtual exhibit with art created to the soundtrack of Radiohead's Kid A album. Kid A was released in 2000. All right. It is 2021. Who at Epic Games and PlayStation was like, bruh, let's make a game, but not a game. We'll just put some visuals to your songs and it'll be on a next gen console. Who is this for? This for?
It must be for big fans of Radiohead.
I feel like somebody's just smoking too much weed over there at Epic Games.
I don't know, but there you have.
I like Radiohead, but yeah,
not enough to buy, and maybe it's a free experience, maybe, but maybe. I don't know. Then Chia, a nice little adventure looking game. Is it going to spark the interest of a lot of people? I don't think so. I think this is going to be very niche. So
I just think it's something aimed at the kid demographic. We have all these demographics. The PlayStation's not known to be kid friendly. That's their thing. They're edgy.
Right.
You know, you guys are all angsty. You know, you got on your black eyeliner. We got to have something colorful in here.
So, yes, Geek, we know, but it's your fault still.
You got your black nail polish eyeliner.
So, yeah. The game I'm most looking forward to, even though it's probably a 2024, 2025, going to be a 2025 release, is Wolverine. Growing up Wolverine was one of my favorite characters in the Marvel universe, and I actually took the time. This is the one and only time I took the time to collect every single comic book in the series, and my collection got stolen from me. So still a little bitter about that, but yeah, very much looking forward to that. I imagine a lot of people are. This is Insomniac, and so we know that they do really well with Marvel IP, and I would expect no less from them. And this trailer just really shows what or who Logan is. And I'll say it that way. It shows who Logan is, maybe not so much Wolverine, but this is very much who Logan is as a person. And when I didn't realize while watching this during the show what this game was, and I think I, like a lot of people, thought it was the next Spider-Man game, and didn't catch on until he popped his claws and then just swooned like a schoolgirl. Because yeah, Wolverine is going to be amazing. I hope and pray and think. Welcome, Lewis. Glad you could make it. We're getting close to the end, but we are still glad that you could make it to the show.
Welcome, Lewis.
Gran Turismo 7. If you know me, you know, of course, I'm looking forward to this game. I love racing titles, and this is one of those titles where it's really close to a sim,
Gran
while
Turismo
not
is solid.
actually being a sim. So yes,
Now
even though
where's
they
Lady
say
A? Because
they'll
she's
build-
a racing
Yeah.
game fan.
yeah, Lady A. What do you think about that?
Gran Turismo is hot, man. That was a good IP in itself.
Yeah.
It's a really good series.
Oh.
I'm sure it'll be perfectly fine. Like, it'll be a solid title.
Yeah, it's definitely looking good. The graphics are looking excellent. I know a lot of PlayStation fans were upset that it's also going to be on the PS4, but again, you kind of have to remember that most of PlayStation's fan base are still on the PlayStation 4, not being able to upgrade just yet.
Is that
Plank
what it
said
is?
the most. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was going to ask, is Gran Turismo 7 already on the PlayStation 4 and it's just moving to PlayStation 5?
No, how do you have Gran Turismo
Yeah, that's what I was-
7, Lady A, and how can I get it so that I'm playing it early like you, Lady A, since it's not coming until March of next year, Lady A? We'll wait, Lady A. We'll wait.
What were we saying?
I said, Plank said Wolverine is the most famous Canadian next to Ryan Reynolds. He just skipped right past Drake, but it's okay.
you mean certified lover boy?
what was that show I used to watch back in the
Degrassi
day?
High.
Yes. I don't know why I was so flipping fascinated by that show, but I was. Drake was in that. But dang, Lady A said, what's the difference between? Yeah, it's probably 6, or not even. It's not even called 6. It's Sport.
You talking
Gran
about
Turismo Sport.
talking about Aubrey Graham?
Don't even start. But yeah, so personally, definitely looking forward to Gran Turismo. Everybody start letting me know what you're most looking forward to as we're getting to the end of this list, and I definitely want to know what everybody's looking forward to coming in the future of PlayStation 5 and 4 a little bit too. Marvel Spider-Man 2. also looked really cool. Was very
especially on the
excited.
back, especially on the back of the movie coming out. This is a great
Right.
idea. You know, Tom Holland is killing it. By the way,
Was super excited to see Venom come out of the shadows, and so and I heard that there's a possibility. This again, take this with a grain of salt. It's just rumor right now, but there's a possibility that this could be a co-op game, as Miles Morales is also in this title. So, and he looked like a playable character, so that would be really cool. And then there were some other games, but apparently they didn't make this list for some reason. So, what are you guys looking forward to before Geek burst a blood vessel for making us late because he knows it's his fault? Yeah, so Gran Turismo Sport is the last one that was out, Lady A, and it's really just an upgrade. You know, these games are that's what they do. They upgrade it, better graphics, new cars sometimes, stuff like that.
I've always
J-Law
liked
says he's hoping Spider-Man is co-op. Me too, because that would be super cool. And all the trailers are showing them zipping around the city together and fighting together. So co-op would be. I don't know, Shadow. You're sounding excited for that, buddy. You're sounding excited for that. 2 Spider-Mans.
I know. Gran Turismo is always a solid series. It
Yeah.
was near and dear to my heart. You know, it's nostalgia. You know,
Mhm.
but you know what they could have done? They could have made Gran Turismo 1 remastered. No, to be honest though, I mean, I do look forward to it. I think it's
You're gonna
a
go with
title.
the remaster thing, huh?
Yeah, it's a solid title, and there's a few other titles that looked really good to me in there. Deathloop looked really good to me in there.
Yeah.
I've seen a couple of trailers for that. It looks solid. Some of the other ones, Marvel's Wolverine and stuff like that, like I want to look forward to them, but again, you're just showing me CGI, and CGI does not always translate into a good game. We're talking about, especially when we're talking about Marvel's Wolverines and we're talking about Guardians of the Galaxy. Have we not remembered what they did to the Avengers? You know?
True.
So,
Well, so
you gotta. I mean, they looked good on paper, but then they under delivered. So
Wolverine
we're hoping
is Insomniac. Insomniac has never let down, right? With their games. Guardians of the Galaxy is Eidos, I think. Or Square Enix. So really good chance that you're gonna be let down with that one. They're going through some things over there in that development team, so we'll see what happens with it. But Wolverine, as far as it being a CGI trailer, Spider-Man 2, that being a CGI trailer, you're talking about games that are still years out, at least 2 years out. So I guess I can kind of understand that. I personally, and this is probably gonna make people be like, "Are you crazy? Like, you really feel that way?" I'm tired of hearing about these games that are years out. You know, we did that so much with Cyberpunk. You know, they announced it while it was still years out, and we were so hyped about it, and it came out, and for certain systems, it was actually a great game. Right on the Series X, there was no problems. I had one issue with it on my Series X, and it was just one mission that it would not complete for me for whatever reason. Right, that was the only issue that I had with it on the Series X. Plank, you played it on the PC. How was it for you?
Fine as far as I was concerned. Only one issue really that I ran into, but other than that, solid title. I enjoyed it.
And then on the PS4 and the Xbox One, those versions were horrible, and that narrative completely overwatched the game, and that's very unfortunate. And so, tell me that a game is coming, cool, but then leave it alone until it's almost here. And that's just me. I know that is going to be a very unpopular position, but that's what I personally would prefer instead of just waiting years and years and seeing all this stuff for the game to release and it be none of what you've shown me for a third of my life or something, you know. Not that long.
Overwatch 2.
Yeah, you guys have been waiting for that for a long time as well. So Star Citizen, which we talked about earlier, 12 years
Vaporware Citizen.
So yeah, so as we see like the really stern, angry look on Geek's face, we better bring this show to an end because we're gonna get off of here and he's gonna yell at probably me. But again, I want you all to know it was Geek's fault because he brought something new in and we weren't ready for it. But it was a good thing. It was a good thing. It was cool to see that insurgency. I'm actually now looking forward to that. And seeing what systems it's on, because I want a tactical shooter, and I want a tactical shooter for the consoles, and if it could be cross platform play, that would be amazing. But we'll have to see where that goes. So, Geek, why don't you talk us out?
Episode 31 is finally in the can.
Really, finally. It's a finally thing. Okay. And where can they find you, Geek?
Over here. Wait. Down here.
Nothing, Geek here. I'll help you out. There you go.
No. I have it.
Oh.
It's just that due to time constraints, Plank, where can they find you?
They can find me here at the Borderless Gaming Network, and they can find me on the Xbox, and they can find me on PC, PJ Danger, Plank, GJE, all that stuff, just send a message. Best way to find me, put the little spotlight in the sky, and I will swing down from the rooftops and come to your house.
And we'll know what happens if we see a giant P in the
sky.
And as for me, I am Falchion757 on PlayStation, Steam, Twitch. On the Xbox, I'm Falchion Space GSA. Here on YouTube, it's just Borderless Gaming GSA. And also something a little new, and unfortunately, Evil had to leave a little bit early. You can now find me commentating the races of the MSR, Max Speed Racing, on Tuesdays, helping those guys out. So yeah, and I want to apologize actually to them real quick for last week. We had some
audio issues.
Some audio issues, and it was completely on me. Very, very unprofessional. I do apologize for that, and hopefully I will get that.
Also plug the Wednesday Y.
Oh yeah, because Geek didn't say anything about his, so
Wednesday Y.
What? We're gonna put Geek in timeout.
Wednesday Y.
Wednesday Wise. Wednesday Wise every Wednesday. I don't know. Geek,
Is it Wednesday?
You guys? Yeah, it's on Wednesdays. That's why it's called Wednesday Wise. But did you guys have a set time, Geek, for that? I don't know. I know like last week it came in a little bit later. right? If I remember correctly, because Kimberly had to work late or something. Do you guys have a set time for that?
Right now, no. And we're still trying to decide if we're going to maintain the live status of it or if we're going to just record it, pre-record and post on Wednesday.
Interesting. Okay, cool.
Actually, now it seems like there's a desire to stretch it out, maybe make it every other day, episodic content. So we'll see.
Cool, very cool.
Yeah, I'll say about the last episode, and I know we're stretched for time and things like that, but that last episode had me and my wife talking quite a bit. So, it was a good episode.
Well, there you go.
Actually, yeah, I that's a thing. I might want to do an interview with you about that, particularly because of your surgery, and your feelings on that issue.
Sure.
All right, so there you have it, everyone. As Geek said, episode 31 in the can. Until next time, this has been Falchion. You know me, I'm Ghost. Two Fingers.
All 1 hour and 30 minutes of it.
Yep, all 1 hour and 31 minutes. And you know what? I might let it go to 35 and just sit here quietly. No, I'm just playing. You guys have a good one. Thank you, and we will see you all next time.
Go me.